What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going over the final front end installation on my Cummins. I actually forgot to film an intro to this video, so enjoy the content. This truck gave me nothing but problems the whole way through, but finally got it done. I'm gonna show you guys, the process that we went through and now how it drives. So enjoy the video. All right, so like everything else on this side, this nut that goes through the knuckle is giving me a hard time. I'll throw this adjustable on here real quick to show you guys what's happening, but as you can see, the whole thing is spinning. I tried to put a 10mm on here, but it's just so tight it will not come off. I don't understand why. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is go ahead and grind this off here. I tried gripping it. I tried everything to hold this to keep it from spinning. As you can see, it's literally almost there. Just doesn't want to come, so I'm just going to go ahead and grind this off, and hopefully the whole tie rod assembly will drop right on out. As you can see, I already did the other side. I sprayed this side down good, let it soak for a little bit, and it came right off. So, like everything else, gave me a problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and grind it off, and we'll go from there. But nothing on this job has been easy so far, but I think hopefully once I get this out, this whole thing should drop on out. Then I just gotta go ahead and disconnect the dual steering stabilizer, and we should basically be on our way once we get past this point. Just took the Harbor Freight grinder and we went ahead and grounded that right off. 99% of the time you shouldn't have to do this, and I'm glad it threaded out enough so I get the grinder in there without hitting anything. So everything looks good. Now let's just go ahead and drop on out. I will work on the other side. I'm going to show you guys, you basically do need an air hammer for this. I'll stick the air hammer on the other side real fast and show you how fast and easy it comes out with the air hammer versus pounding on it with a hammer. So I'm going to take this, go on the other side, and show you how easy it is with the air hammer. But first, before I forget, I want to get this dual steering stabilizer out of here first. I don't want this to flex or bend or anything. That's why I have the jack under here to support all this. So I'm going to work on getting this out now. And one more thing that I noticed, of course, whoever put this on in the first place definitely didn't put this on right, because as you can see here, this bolt is kind of digging into the stabilizer. It should definitely be facing the other way, and I'll go ahead and get this addressed when I get the new tie rod assembly on. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting this out now. It was pretty simple getting the one stabilizer out. It's a 19 here, 19 here. For my setup, I have a dual. So yours might be a little bit different, so I just put a 19 wrench right there on the top, impact on the bottom, and I took it off. So I'm going to go ahead, work on getting this one off. I'll probably leave the BDS bracket on because it's not attached to any of this stuff. I might have to remove it to get this out of the way, but I'll see when the time comes. I'll probably leave it hooked up for now, but for now, I'm going to work on getting this side off here. Now that we're over on the driver's side, I'm going to show you guys real fast on how easy this comes out when you hit it with an air hammer. So the audio might not pick it up because of how loud it's going to be, but let me set the camera up here in a better position and I will show you guys. So I'm actually going to try to hold this and do it, so here we go. Of course I lied, it's not going to want to come out. So let me set the camera up a little bit better and see if I get this out here. So how luck has it, I literally turned around, set the camera down, and it just happened to fall right out. So a couple hits with the air hammer, comes right out. I'm sure it's easier than beating it with an actual hammer. So now that we have the tie rod assembly out, what I was talking about earlier was I'm going to go ahead and try to find the right size socket. I might have to use maybe in a big adjustable wrench to put it on here if I don't have the right size. If I do have the right size, I'll let you know how to get this off. And then I'm going to put my Pitman arm puller on here and then pull it off the box. I'm going to take this whole assembly, drag link, tie rod assembly out all in one piece, because that's the only way it'll come out since these aren't coming apart. So I'm going to go ahead and work on finding the right socket for this, and then we'll see if we get it off here. Alright, so times have really starting to get desperate under here. We tried taking the Pitman arm nut off right here with a 3/4 inch ratchet with a big old breaker bar and no dice. That did not want to come. So next thing that we had to do was grind, as you see, the drag link off the Pitman arm. I tried grinding the nut. I didn't care about the box or anything. I got a brand new box and that didn't work. So next thing was that, and that was thick as hell. I thought it'd be easier to grind through the nut than the actual drag link, but got that out. So now I'm gonna go ahead, take the one final nut off here, off the tie rod end, and pull this whole assembly out. Then we'll work on getting the actual box out. Hopefully that goes easier, but my hopes are not high of getting the steering shaft off. So as you can see, the bolt up in there, nothing came off on this thing, so I doubt the shaft's gonna come off. So that's gonna be the next thing. We'll see what happens, but I'm hoping it comes off easy. So we'll keep chugging along here. So now that we got both the lines up top disconnected, I got the 13mm bolt on the steering shaft disconnected as well. I'm gonna start by taking these three 18mm bolts that hold the box, and then hopefully when the box drops out, the steering shaft just slides right off. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll get in here and we'll get these removed and we'll see what happens. Got the old junky box out here, and we have the new beefed up PSC box here. I got the new Moog pitman arm on. I lined it up here side by side, just slid on the same way. Got the nut semi-tight. I don't want to tighten it until I get in the truck so I can actually hold the steering wheel and tighten it. So we're going to go ahead here now, get it thrown in. And also too, keep in mind, if you get a PSC box, they come with new gaskets for the lines that run to it. I didn't know there's this little red tab here. I pulled it and these went flying. So just keep that in mind, that around this are two new O-rings, gaskets there, or two new O-rings for the power steering line. So we're gonna work on now getting the new box thrown in. We'll pull this off for the steering shaft, and we'll be good to go. Now that we got the old tie rod out, we're about to get the new one installed. For reference, this is the part number that I got here, and this is also the part number for the pitman arm, if you guys are looking for that. But upon looking at this really fast, it's nice because these actually have grease zerks on them versus the factory one there's not. So what I'm going to do now is take it out of the box, line it up here with this one, and what we're going to have to do is a couple things. Get these brackets transferred. I'll probably do that at the end. This is for my dual steering stabilizer. And then two, also take a measurement of this and kind of get the tie rod length the same way as the other one is, so my alignment is not too far out of whack. The first thing I'm doing after this gets installed is driving and going to retorque everything and then get it aligned. So not too concerned if it's too far out, but just want to get it close enough to make their life easier. So let's go ahead here now and I'll show you guys how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to measure that one out there and then measure this one, and should be pretty close, and we'll get it installed. Okay, so basically how you adjust this new tie rod is you kind of just spin this sleeve here and it will adjust the length in and out. So real fast, if I get this hooked on with one hand on the stock one, we're right about 62, and I just already adjusted the new one here. So like I said, it's not gonna be perfect, but again, we're at 62. So I'm gonna go ahead here now and tighten this up here, and then just to keep this from spinning, and then we'll get it thrown on the truck. I'm not going to go crazy adjusting the drag link. I'm not really concerned about how straight the steering wheel is. Like I said, the guys at the alignment shop can do all that, but maybe, you know, I'll try to get a little bit close. But we'll go ahead here now, get this hooked up. Just got to get these caps pulled off, and right there they send us some new hardware. So we'll go ahead and get all this installed. Finally got the tie rod and drag link installed. It was kind of a pain. I did measure the ones between the old one and a new one, but it ended up being way off. So I kind of just did an eye alignment, good enough to get to the alignment shop. So what I'm gonna go ahead now and do is get the tie rod to the knuckle here torqued to 78 foot-pounds, and then the drag link to the pitman arm is 100 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that torqued. And one thing that I did just for future reference, I might want to powder coat this down the line. I put some anti-seize in here just so it wouldn't seize back to the knuckle because all the issues it gave me. And we do live in PA. I don't plan on driving this, you know, in the winter, but just a little good peace of mind, throw some anti-seize on there. So making progress, not too much left to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this stuff torqued and just get my dual steering stabilizer here hooked back up. And should be good to go, but you can see the vast variety of tools just laying around. It ended up being a lot bigger job than anticipated, but it is what it is. So go ahead and get that steering stabilizer thrown on. So we'll start it up and we'll get a little test drive on how it drives now. I'm super happy with the way this drives, and like I said, so much better. So let's Let's go on a little ride to show how straight it drives and how tight the steering is. Just got the truck aligned and I'm super happy with the way this truck drives now. There's no more wandering in the steering. Let me show you guys, get it straightened out here. But as you can see, no hands on the wheel and it just drives dead straight. I'm super happy with this PSC box and all the other upgrades I did up front. To me, the whole driving experience of the truck, you know, how it drives is basically everything. And if it drives like crap, I hate the truck. So very happy with everything that I did to this truck. Spent the good money and got the best parts. So if you guys are new here, you know, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a big thumbs up. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Stop this conversation.